It's time for the PlayAction Sports Report, the only show in the Tennessee Valley with local athletes and coaches in the spotlight. From high school sports to youth sports, you get interviews, highlights, results, and more right here. Don't go away. The PlayAction Sports Report is next. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Stick around after local high school football coverage this season as we announce our Lawlers Fans of the Week. Just go to pasnetwork.net and register. Then listen during the postgame show of each regular season game as we pick the winner of a $20 gift card from Lawlers Barbecue. The next Fan of the Week could be you from Lawlers Barbecue and PlayAction Sports. We're back with another PlayAction Sports Report. Our Athens Utilities special guest spotlight this week features a local baseball player who has kept his feet in the sport for several years following his days at Ardmore, Austin Turner, who played as a Tiger, then went on to Alabama A&M, and is now a hitting coach in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. We've also got local sports announcements a bit later. Right now, though, let's take a look at the BT Backtrack, brought to you by BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Backtrack.
In Saturday volleyball, the ABS varsity lost to Ardmore, West Limestone, and New Hope. The JV Lady Trojans also fell to Ardmore along with West Morgan, but defeated Fayette County and West Point. Ardmore's varsity was topped by New Hope and Good Hope. The JV Lady Tigers posted additional wins against Hatton, Wilson, and Priceville, but stumbled twice against Jasper. West Limestone's varsity also came up short to New Hope and Good Hope. James Clemens JV knocked off Florence, Haleyville, Brooks, Arab, Briarwood Christian, and Austin. In Monday football, James Clemens JV got by Huntsville 19-14, while the freshman Jets flew to a 42-0 win. Ardmore's middle school topped Lindsay Lane 26-16. Athens JV lost to Muscle Shoals 34-6. The freshman Golden Eagles got a 14-8 victory. East Limestone's middle school and JV got 14-0 and 37-0 wins over Clements. In volleyball, Tanner defeated May Jemison but fell to Falkville. Clements JV beat Waterloo and West Limestone. The varsity and middle school Lady Colts turned back to Lady Cougars. The varsity Lady Wildcats were winners in their match with Clements. James Clemens varsity was swept by Westminster. East Limestone Limestone's middle school and 7th grade teams stopped ABS and Lindsay Lane. On Tuesday, Athens JV and varsity were edged by Muscle Shoals. James Clemens blanked Austin. Ardmore beat Russellville but lost to Brewer. East Limestone's JV and varsity turned back Tanner. Elkmont fell to Lauderdale County but defeated Lee. Lindsay Lane's varsity swept Whitesburg Christian. Remember, you can go online to pasnetwork.net and check out the scores we have there, along with past shows, game archives, and more.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's towing, tire, and truck repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate.
Takes a snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a cover. Touchdown, James Clemens!
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PlayAction Sports, or on your PlayAction Sports app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this season from PlayAction Sports. We're back with the Athens Utilities Special Guest Spotlight. A couple of weeks ago, we talked with Austin Turner, former Ardmore baseball standout and current hitting coach in the Milwaukee Brewers organization, who was in town with the Biloxi Shuckers for their game with the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
So tell us how your story has been gone. What year did you graduate Ardmore, and how everything progressed? We want to hear Austin Turner's history.
So I graduated in 2013, and then I signed to play at Alabama A&M in Huntsville. Played there a couple years, battled a lot of injury, and then ended up walking away from baseball as a whole for a year. I ended up starting a travel ball organization with a couple of friends of mine, Elliot Bush from Fayetteville, Joe who's been my mentor since high school, and he's kind of helped me navigate the professional realm. Helped me get really close to a lot of the local kids and kind of just kept me in the game. And then I had the opportunity when one of my teammates got the head coaching job at A&M to go back and be his volunteer assistant. I realized I couldn't do both travel ball and that, so I went the college route. I was there for 2.5 years, then COVID hit, and I went to John A. Logan College in Southern Illinois. It's a top 10 JUCO, really good program. They put out a lot of talent. That's kind of like the first time I experienced what real baseball talent in front of me looked like, wow. at that age.
Well, and it's great exposure for you too as a coach,
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's crazy how many junior college guys are getting into the pro ranks right now. But I actually interviewed with St. Louis in 2019. And I was a little too young. They really liked me. I stayed in contact, and that kind of got my interest in joining the pro circuit. And I just got really lucky last summer. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, in the Coastal Plain League, which is a top tier collegiate summer league, and just made the right connection. Brian Young out of Memphis, and he kind of helped me get my foot in the door. And from there he said, he's like, I'll help you, but you gotta bring it home. And I was fortunate to get with Milwaukee, that's a story in its own self. They had all the interview or the application emails was getting phished, so it was going to everybody's spam email.
Wow.
So I had no idea. And my dad had actually went out to Phoenix with me to work a showcase, and we're sitting. We just got off a helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon, and we get inside and I get a text from the Brewers, and like, hey man, we haven't heard back from you. We just want to make sure you weren't interested. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't seen that. And so, long story short, it went spam, and I got the stuff they wanted sent in, and the hitting coordinator actually left the Monday after I did that. So I'm sitting here waiting for the interview call, and I haven't heard from her. And I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, that is it in the spam again? I'm checking everything. Yeah. Come to find out, she left to go be with the Houston Astros as their director of player development. So, which is a really awesome opportunity for her and all women in sports. But
yeah. Coach Turner, here are hurdles. You must jump them.
And got through that and went and spent it was crazy. I got officially hired in December. Paperwork had to wait till after the holiday. Like mid-January, they flew me out to Arizona. I did all my physical and work skill stuff. And then like the next day, they're like, hey, we need you to get your passport. So I had to kind of trick that into play, get that expedited on the emergency trip status, where you got to go to Atlanta 7 hours before. And then they're like, hey, you're going to the DR. So didn't really get a lot of turnaround time. And I've been home probably, I think this is day 13 since January. So I'm soak it up, and it worked out to where Biloxi was in town. So that's what I've been doing.
Good for you, man. That is a whirlwind. Mm-hmm. That was just a lot of God in that right there, man. Kind of moving hurdles out of the way or opening them up, or however you want to look at it, I guess.
It's like every time a door opens, you're like, man, is this one closing? Like, did I even have
Wow. Well, before we move on to more baseball, I wanted to ask you this. I had seen somewhere where you had helped out with a couple of Alzheimer's walks there at the Botanical Gardens here in Huntsville, Alabama, back when I guess your A&M days. Were you particularly touched by Alzheimer's in your family? Like, what got you involved in that particular organization? And
that was something that was done through A&M.
Okay.
And I was raised to always bring awareness to things, to everything you can in the right way. And I haven't really been touched personally with Alzheimer's. We've had your typical, the cancer and the dementia in the family, but nothing of that. But I enjoy helping bring awareness to a lot of things.
Well, that's awesome. That's phenomenal. I was just curious.
I've always been told, man, it costs $0 to be a decent human being. So
that's
I
true.
try to.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good deal. Well, getting back to the baseball part of it, just real quick, what was your time like? I know it was fairly brief, but with the Wilmington Sharks. I mean, Cape Fear, Carolinas and whatever, right? Carolinas, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, that kind of baseball. I'm sure there was a lot of, not shenanigans, but with those kind of games, man.
We've seen the movies. We know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's always
Bull Durham.
Yeah, there's all this outside stuff going on.
Hey.
But I mean, did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it. Wilmington is a very beautiful area. That whole Carolina Beach area is really, really beautiful. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff that you can get in trouble with that we had to keep in the movies. But at the end of the day, you got to remember you're coaching kids out there, and they're just trying to enjoy summer. And the biggest challenge with that level and with summer ball is just to get guys extra opportunities that maybe didn't play a lot in their season, or maybe they were hurt and they had it's kind of like a rehab assignment for them, and they didn't player. But you just want to keep it fun. Like it's more relaxed. It's not like their colleges are. It's a business at school. You got to win. But there, man, it's just about, hey, get your reps in and just have fun. Just our big thing was, as long as the cops aren't involved, we don't care. We don't see anything. We don't hear anything.
There you go. Look the other way.
Sometimes that's the best way to be. So, luckily we didn't have anything happen. We had a bunch of really good kids and a bunch of kids that are really, about their careers and trying to make it to the professional ranks. So we were very fortunate.
That's awesome. Now, have you ever done any other coaching duties other than hitting instructor? You know?
So when I was at A&M, I was the infield coach my first year.
Okay.
And then I kind of shifted into the hitting coach role my second year there. And I kind of just fell in love with it. You know, I've always done hitting lessons, and I really enjoy watching guys, you know, take what I say and not do exactly what I say, but I like to see them find a way to implement like the ideas into what makes them feel comfortable. And I just always got a high off that, especially with when I was with travel ball, man. You get these 9 to 13-year-olds, and you watch them make adjustments, and now they're just crushing, and the smiles are big, and you know it's kind of the stuff that you kind of take for granted once you get to the older age of play, you know.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and then when I was at Logan last year, we actually had our head coach Kyle Supernaut was the main hitting guy, and then we were fortunate to have Ken Henderson, who was an assistant. He's been an assistant coach everywhere. Oral Roberts, Kansas State.
Oh, nice.
Southern Illinois, and then he ended up being the head coach there in I think from 2011 to 2019. So a lot of experience come with that, and it was a really good opportunity. You know, like you guys said, as far as just kind of bringing me a little bit of reputation name within the ranks, you know, just learning from those guys. And so when I was there, I was actually the outfield coach, something I did not play. You can ask Coach Smith from Ardmore. Didn't have that. So, you know, I'm out there, man. Honestly, I was just out there doing linebacker drills. I mean, it was.
Hey, whatever gets you through it, man.
That's right, man.
You know? So obviously you can always put the bat on the ball, and they've always said, you know, hitting the ball, especially at major league levels, probably the hardest thing to do in sports. Physically doing it and teaching it are obviously two different things. Which one do you find easier, actually putting the bat on the ball or teaching somebody else to be able to do it?
And I've got a follow-up question after that, so go ahead, Coach.
You know, I enjoyed hitting. So I don't know. I think it's crazy because I guess the best way to answer that would be if I knew what I knew now when I was growing up playing, I think I would have been a lot better. So I'd have to go with it's kind of like you learn too late. Like you learn after you're done playing, and then you're like, oh man, I should, like, this is simple. I should have done it back then. So I have to say teaching, because you kind of can go through your experience of what didn't work, and when you're working with guys, you're obviously, you know, at the college level, you know, they're going to have the same struggles and hurdles that you had, so it's a lot easier to get them to do it there. So I'd have to say that.
Okay.
So my next question, following up on that, is you've got guys who've been batting their entire life when they get to that next level. Now you're the coach, and they're in a slump. And personally, it just drives me crazy, and I apologize if you're a proponent of this, of the hitters letting go of the top hand for the big, long, wide swing. I'm a short, quick swing because you can get power in that. Hold on to the bat with both hands through the swing. I mean, is that the kind of stuff you have to coach, or do you have to let them use their style of swing and coach little tidbits to help them start making contact again?
So when I was at the college level, it was, you know, you try to manipulate their mechanics, and you try and get them to do, you know, certain things, kind of like your philosophy. So I would say, you know, like for me, it depends on the player. If you got a bigger guys tend to take that big swing and they do the one-handed off the bat. And then when you got your skill players, like your middle infielders, your outfielders, you know, they're a little bit smaller, you know, absolutely. Like it just depends on their strength, how much power they're generating. But absolutely, there's nothing wrong with shortening up. You know, anytime a guy's got a slump, I just try to keep it simple. I mean, that's the biggest. You want to, when guys are slumping, it's not because they can't hit. I mean, obviously, like it's like we tell guys all the time, dude, you're playing professional baseball, you can hit. Like, you have the ability to do it. You know, it's just, that's part of the game, and it wears you out. But a lot of the time you just say, like, the easiest thing to do to get a guy out of a slump is just say, what would 10-year-old you say about what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
If he would look at you and say you're not having fun, then maybe you need to find a way to have fun, and then you'll be surprised at how quick the the change comes. And I've seen that. I heard our hitting coach in Biloxi say that 3 days ago, and that guy has went off. Both guys, Garrett Whitley and Corey Ray, I think had 2 home runs last night.
Oh, sweet.
I think he's on a 3-game hitting streak, and it's just crazy. You see these big money guys, man, these top prospects at one point, and you hear a coach say, "Hey, man, be simple," and then you see them go out there and have fun, and it clicks. So.
So you're coaching in Wilmington right now?
No, I was in Wilmington last summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just asking about past.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no. So when I was in the DR, I got back last Thursday, and they had called me probably mid-August to tell me about, the upcoming plan. And we had noticed that Biloxi, who's AA, was in town playing Pandas this week. So they thought it'd be a really good opportunity to get some experience, see a different level of play. The biggest difference there is just in the DR, it's like, think of kids that have top 10 round potential in the draft in the States at 16, 17.
Aha.
Yeah.
They're always taught in academies. Like they don't play, like they never play games. It's BP, showcase.
Really?
Try and get an MLB comparison, and then that kind of grades your value on what your signing bonus is going to be. And then you come in, and then our job is to then teach them the game. So it's the way that I explain a lot is it's varsity players that you have to coach up as if they were junior or middle school. And it's awesome, man. Them kids, like everything you say, they believe. So you got to be really careful about what
you. Well, what about as far as because we've all seen stories probably about how great the players are in Dominican, and several of them are now in the major leagues. But you've also seen a lot of those sad stories where they basically had cardboard gloves and playing in sock feet. I mean, do they have better equipment now than some the older stories you see?
Yeah. So. Most organizations do a really good job of, at the end of the year, you get all the stuff that the big didn't use, like batting gloves, protector, any elbow protectors, shin guards, all that kind of stuff, and they ship it out there, and they just kind of let the guys get through it and find what fits them. And
that's great.
They get equipment, and then of course your bigger sign guys, they get their own little incentives and stuff sent to them, through their agents and stuff. But definitely you see a lot of that when you get down there, and that was very humbling for me. You see a different thing. I tell everybody, man, like, here we've got tractors on the side of the interstate bogging to keep the grass short. Out there you've got 15 guys spread out with machetes just whacking it down.
Yeah. And probably a couple of goats tied to a concrete block or something.
Yeah, and you learn to appreciate a lot of things when you see stuff like that. Yeah. So that was a big takeaway. For me, it wasn't as much of a coaching development as it was personal development. This summer, so
you were able to take a lot away from it then, yeah.
Made the most of it for sure.
I mean, is that the Brewers' plans for you to go back next year, or other plans for you?
As of right now, plans for me to do one more year there. The biggest thing they'd like to do is they send guys out there. We've had 3 American coaches go out. All 3 are still with the organization. But the biggest thing, man, is it's minor league baseball is becoming, the Latin American portion is starting to fill up minor league baseball. There's a lot of talent, and the problem is they don't have the opportunities and resources that we have here to learn. And so like our kids are down there, they play baseball every day. They do about 5 to 6 hours worth of training, baseball, and then they've got about an hour, 2 hour of English class every day. So the way they see it is, you can eliminate the translator. If you've got a coach that can communicate to both your American players and your Latin players, it's a whole lot easier to get the organizational messages across. So,
so how's your Spanish developing, Coach?
Man, I'll tell you, I have learned a lot. Dad came down there for the week before the season ended, and his jaw was just dropping as we're just going through places. He's like, I don't even know who you are anymore. I can keep up, but the hardest thing about learning another language is we're always going to think in our native language.
Yes.
So when I hear someone talk, I have to translate it to English. Then I have to take what I want to say back and translate that to Spanish. And before you know it, 45 seconds to a minute and a half pass, and they're
And they've already changed subjects and moved on.
It's going to come. I mean, you've already gotten that far, so it's becoming more natural to you at some point.
I learned to navigate, and one of my good friends is with the Cincinnati Reds, and he was out there last year with them, and he just said, man, think of stuff you say every day when you're coaching and look it up, figure out how to translate it, and it'll become easy. And so that's what helped. And then just being around everybody, being where you have to learn it. Because for me, and if I can't do something, I get so frustrated. Right. And I hate repeating myself. So like it's basically adapt or get out. So I chose to adapt. It probably took until my first 5 weeks from January to March was just basics, kind of just cruising through. And then I came back to Arizona for spring training, so I did that. And then when I got back out there in April, it started to flow a little bit better. And then when we got to June and July, I don't know if you guys remember Ricky Weeks that played with Huntsville. He came out with Huntsville like 0203, was a number 2 pick for the Brewers. Played like 13 years, but he comes down there, to visit. He's a special assistant in our organization now. Him and Pedro Alvarez played at Vanderbilt and with the Pirates. And he's sitting there talking, and I without realizing it, he's like, "Hey man, thanks. And what we come for translating that?" I said, "Man, I didn't even realize I was translating anything." So that was kind of like the cool takeaway from this summer. But yeah, man, it's been fun.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
I tell you what, you keep that translation up, keep learning that the lingo from the gringo, and you'll be managing in the bigs one day.
I mean, man from Ardmore, Alabama, spitting out that Spanish.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, I would have. And I took Spanish in high school, and Miss D would kill me if she. It's kind of like this. It's you have to have an interest in it, and there's a lot of people. And I'm never going to use this. Like I live in Alabama. Like I'm not going to have to do this. And then it's just funny how, like, when you think that and then something happens where you need it, and you look back, like, man, I probably should have
paid a little more attention.
Yeah, my biggest message now is to learn what you can learn.
For all you kids listening, there's your life lesson.
That's right.
Some folks think they're not going to use English.
Well, I don't do it very well myself. So.
Now, I got nephews. I got older freshman to Ardmore. I got younger nephews, country as can be. And I don't even think they're speaking English half the time with all the stuff it's a different time.
Did you play with Cody Reed?
I did. He was a year younger than me.
Okay. Because I was just thinking, we were talking about, folks from Ardmore, Alabama. I mean, you, Cody, Lee Hodges, moving on to the upper echelon of sports there. And it's just neat.
Well, where's Cody at now? Is he still pitching?
He's living in Phoenix. He's actually married, and I think last I talked to, he had Tommy John.
I didn't know that.
Right before COVID, and then COVID hit, man, and a lot of really good players were kind of just cast away because when COVID hit, they eliminated, I think, 3 or 4 minor leagues.
They did, yeah.
And a lot of guys got sent home, and I think he was the odd man out. The crazy thing is, you see a talent like that, dude. Cody just dominated everybody he was playing.
Yeah.
There's a reason that he was a second round. Get there, and that's what's been crazy to me is you see these guys. They're 28th round whenever it was 40 round or 30 something round draft, and now you only got 20, and it's stockpiles of talent, and you just see the true business of it, and you gotta perform, man. And so it's always every year there's someone who's equal or equally or better talented than you about work ethic and how serious you take it. And he dealt with really bad habits living in Phoenix, and I want to say he's getting his degree in construction management.
Sweet.
Or general contracting is what he's wanting to do. So he's married. He's got a cute little baby, and I was able to see him when I went out to Arizona last, and we kept in contact. And he comes from a great family, man. So
that's awesome.
That's good. Yeah. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the time, and it's always great catching up with a local guy that's gone out and done big things. So continue blessings on your future, buddy.
Yeah, we're still going, but it's been fun, and I enjoy you guys having me on, man.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
Take care, Austin.
I appreciate it. See you guys.
bud.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
That was Austin Turner, Ardmore grad and hitting coach with the Milwaukee Brewers organization, on the phone with Tom McClung, Todd Tomerlin, and me on a recent Tailgate Talk show on the Athens Utilities Special Guest Spotlight. Log on to PASnetwork.net for the latest scores, standings, and other goings-on in the world of Limestone County sports. The Play Action Sports Report will be right back.
The Play Action Sports Report.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Attention all you James Clemens football fans out there. Play Action Sports and Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe are teaming up to bring you Time Out with Taziki's. Listen to James Clemens football from Play Action Sports, and during the first time out of every game, we'll announce the winner of a chicken dinner for four from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe in Madison. Just go to PASnetwork.net, enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Time Out with Taziki's from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe and Play Action Sports.
Here's what's on deck.
Athens High Wrestling and North Alabama Elite Wrestling will host a free wrestling clinic on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. for kids ages 5 to 12 at the Athens High Gym. For more information, contact Andrew.Campbell at acs-k12.org. Archery registration at the Athens Rec Center is going on through September 20th. Cost is $30 for ages 8 and up. For more information, call 233-8740. Athens Bible School will have their Meet the Trojans All-Sports Pep Rally at the school on September 23rd. The East Limestone Lady Indians basketball camp will be October 3rd and 4th for girls K through 6 at the Creekside Elementary Gym from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Cost is $50. For more information, email jessica.thompson@lcsk12.org. Lindsay Lane will host their annual golf tournament on October 31st at Canebrake. Entry fee is $600 per foursome or $150 per player. For more information, go online to llcaboosterclub.com under the Events tab. The Jets All In campaign has been set up to help various athletic programs at James Clemens. For more information on donating, go online to jcathletics.net. Various fitness classes are being offered Monday through Saturday at the Athens Rec Center. Call 233-8740 for more information or visit the Parks and Recreation page on the Athens City website at athensal.us.
The Play Action Sports Report.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. Looking for t-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve t-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com.
Second 11 from the 31. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the PlayAction Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open PlayAction Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the PlayAction Sports app. Limestone County football from PlayAction Sports and 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to the PlayAction Sports Report. Log on to PASnetwork.net for archives of this show and past shows, along with game streams, and to keep up with what's going on in Limestone County sports. Look for our monthly column in Athens Now, available everywhere. You can contact us by email at playactionsports@hotmail.com, by sending a message to our Facebook page, or by texting 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727. Be sure to tune in for the PlayAction Sports Update, weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 on the air at 1080 WKAC. And catch up with us again next week for another edition of the PlayAction Sports Report.